in today's video, I want to actually answer one of your questions, how to manifest your dream job. But also I want to give you my testimony, my story, how I was able to live in the end and manifest my dream business. Let's start with your question in the comment section. If I am manifesting my dream job, should I just apply for this dream job and don't even bother to send application to these other positions? Or should I apply to other jobs hoping that I will manifest that one particular dream job that I want? And this is very interesting because here's the thing. I'm going to give you my opinion, my understanding of the law of assumption as well as law of attraction and how it works in my life. But based on my coaching experience, people are different. And here is the tricky part. When you are applying to just that dream job, and you are a person who cannot really regulate your nervous system, meaning you're going to stress, you're going to be obsessed with the outcome because you put all the energy and attention on that one job, meaning you are not able to stay detached, meaning you didn't really assume the wish fulfilled. In other words, you are not really living in the end. Then, if you are someone like that who is not able to stay in that relaxed state, because that relaxed state is that receivership, then I say you can apply for more jobs, because if you do that, you are not putting pressure on yourself. That is the most important thing. You cannot put pressure on yourself and you cannot keep obsessing when is it happening and how is it happening. Okay, if you are that type of person who cannot self-regulate, then I say apply for more jobs, more positions, and of course include that most ideal dream job in your application. And then use the technique that I'm going to be sharing in this video. However, if you are like me, these are the risk takers. These are the people who are putting all eggs in one basket, meaning there is no plan B. Then I say 100% go for it and don't even bother with plan B, C, D, E. Why? Because where your attention goes, that is where your manifestation is. So if you put your attention into that one job, meaning you only apply to that one dream job and you burn all the bridges, that means you already assume the wish fulfilled. That means you are already living in the end. And this is exactly what I've done even in my personal life. When I share with you the story how I manifested my husband, I burned all the bridges. There was no plan B, no plan C, so I didn't go on dates because I knew what I want, why I want it, and I was not willing to settle for less. And so you have to understand that to embody the frequency of the wish fulfilled is to act like it's already here, is to embody that frequency, meaning I already accepted that this wish is fulfilled, and therefore my action represents that state of being. Let me ask you a question. Imagine you apply to several jobs, and one of them is that ideal job, only one. And then you are not accepted by that job. You are accepted to different position. And then you take that position. Are you going to still feel like you are living in that state of wish fulfilled? There is your answer. Because me personally, I would never feel like I am living in wish fulfilled state if I'm taking that other position or if I'm starting a business that is not aligned with who I am. So now let's go back to how I started and manifested my dream business. So first business that I started was actually a law firm. This law firm eventually brought $20 million to the US. My first business I started more than 13 years ago. So I am actually an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, you can say. And so for me, what was always important was to stay true to my heart. Whatever business I was doing or starting, it was always my true soul calling. I was not able to start any business without having that passion behind it, because that passion is connected to that determination, with that persistence that you need in order to manifest success. People think that you can manifest success overnight, especially when it comes to starting your own business, running your own business, building your own business. No, you are going to be tested, and you need passion for that matter to be able to sustain the up and downs, which are normal part of that entrepreneurial journey. And so for me, it was always connected with my calling, and my calling was always connected to that desire, dream, business. So I was always someone who knew exactly what I wanted and why I wanted. And so I just allow myself to receive it. That it was the first step. Allow myself to receive it. Allow myself to go for it. So you first need to believe that it's possible. You first need to believe in yourself, and you need to believe in that invisible. Meaning you don't see it, you don't see any clients, you don't see anything, and you still have to believe. You have to have that conviction. That conviction is coming from your future self. I say your future reality that is being manifested in front of your eyes. Living in the end, and how I lived in the end and manifested my first dream business that was successful out of nothing. When I said out of nothing, I am talking difficult circumstances. I am immigrant who moved to US with $700 and nothing, literally broken English. And I was able to finish law school. I was able to graduate. I was able to become a licensed attorney. And then I was able to start my company because nobody would hire me. And so I started my company, which eventually brought millions of dollars to the US economy. And I was very successful in my niche. You can actually check my other YouTube channel called Immigration Biz, because this was actually how I started. The way I manifested my first successful company was tuning into the new reality, tuning into that possibility. How would I feel when I'm already successful before I was actually successful in 3D? This is important. So I was ignoring my circumstances. And when I say circumstances, my circumstances, like I said, were extraordinary. So I really don't care what are your circumstances, because they don't matter. What matters is that who you are in terms of frequency, energy right now in this moment. Are you actually vibrational match to that thing that you want to manifest? And if you are you living and embodying that wish fulfilled? This is important. And so I was actually taking action intentionally from the place of alignment, meaning I was acting as if it's already fulfilled. And this is the core meaning of living in the end, to act like it's already done, not like it's going to be done one day. This means to act like it's already finished. That means that you almost transform yourself to different reality where you already have that successful business. You feel like that, you train yourself to feel like that despite of the circumstances, even though, and this is important, even though you feel the fear, even though you question yourself here and there, even though you have this insecurity in you here and there. Why? Because it's human. It's normal to feel like that. I felt like that oftentimes. But what is more important is, if you believe in that possibility, if you believe that it's possible, if you believe there is a possibility that in the parallel universe, there is this possibility of you experiencing and running this successful business. Is there a possibility? The answer is always yes. Be able to ignore what is around you, tune into that new reality on daily basis, train yourself to see things like it's already done, feel your reality like it's already done, and then be brave to take aligned action from this new place like it's already done. So this is how I actually manifested that business. Despite of my circumstances, despite of my challenges, despite of my difficulties as an immigrant, I was able to actually turn lemons into lemonade, because one of my biggest challenges back then was how I secure my legal status in the US. So not only I became immigration attorney, I became expert in investing and starting companies, in the US. So that is exactly how I was able to help these other investors and entrepreneurs move to US. Through my own struggles, through my own story, I was able to not just help myself, but help others. So that was the company number one. Company number two was the coaching business. When I started my coaching business, this was out of the inspiration. In other words, during one of the meditation retreats, I got this idea that it's time for me to release my book. I was hiding my book, Love is the Law, for a long time because I didn't really want to come out of the closet. I didn't want to show that I am actually a spiritual lawyer who is actually following universal laws. And when I finally decided to listen to my higher self and align with my higher self, I knew it was time. And so the moment I actually published the book, I knew it's time to start coaching people. And so this was in 2019. Within a year, this business grew to 6 figures. It was quick, very quick. Now, why I'm sharing here this with you? Because the same principles I was applying, the same law of assumption is working. Business is working in fact, in every area of your life. You can absolutely manifest the impossible because I've done it several times. The key is to follow the principles, ignore what is, tune into the new reality. And even if you feel scared, even if you feel the fear, even if you feel like it's never going to happen, I want you to, instead of putting pressure on yourself, tune more into that possibility and ask yourself this question. Whenever you feel stuck, ask yourself this question. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is there a slightest possibility in the universe that this could be my new reality? If the answer is yes, then you know what to do. Activate your faith and work on your faith, especially in those darkest moments. When you are able to overcome your doubt and fear in those darkest moments, you are on the way to manifesting your wildest dreams. Now, if you want to learn more, I'm going to be actually putting resources in description. And so feel free, check it out. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, please do leave them below. And if you want me to actually create series on how to live in the end and manifest different things in your life, for example, how I live in the end and manifest in love, how I lived in the end and manifested money, and whatever the ideas you guys have. And if you have any suggestions, please do post them below. I will take it into consideration. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.